What's going on, guys? Jaxx the Bearded Hiker here. So we're going into the vault today. This is an oldie, but it's a goodie. This is a pressure cooker cube steak with gravy. I did this video quite a few years ago, and it's just poor quality, but it's one in my top 5 best videos. I think it's got almost coming up on 98,000 views, and I think we got 700 and something likes. We do have about 70 dislikes. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to show you how to do this, and it's going to be quick, it's going to be easy, and hopefully the quality of this video is a lot better than the other one. And hey, guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and also share it with your friends. So before we get this party started, I'm going to go ahead and verbally tell you what all the ingredients are. And I'm also going to leave the ingredients list in the description. And as always, guys, you can go to my blog, thebeardedhiker.com, and download a printable version of this recipe. Okay, first thing you're going to need is 2 pounds of cube steak. And we're going to be cutting this cube steak up. You're going to need 1 onion, about a medium size. You can use red or white or Vidalia. It doesn't matter. I've used them all. We cook this all the time. You're going to need 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and I'm using a gallon Ziploc bag here. And you're also going to need about 2 1/4 cups of beef broth. And right here, I already have this measured out. But you're going to need 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and optional, 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne. It doesn't really make it that spicy, but it gives it just a little bit of a heat. And lastly, another optional ingredient that was not in my first video, but we're going to be putting it in this time, is about 8 ounces of mushrooms sliced. Again, those are optional. All right, so let's get all this stuff chopped up and ready to put in our pressure cooker. All right, guys, as you can see, this is about how big things are going here. So what I normally like to do is go down once to the center, cut them in half, and then come around and just kind of cut them in half again. So they're a little bit bigger than 1-inch pieces. And again, if you wanted to just cut one of these in half, you could do that as well. But we're just going to do them in little squares, just like this. All right, guys, next up, going to go ahead and cut us up. We got about 9 or 10 mushrooms here, okay? And we're just going to do this, not too small because you don't want them to disintegrate, but about like that. Sizes like that. Lastly, we're going to chop up this onion. Man, we have been through so many gadgets today. I've been through my not-so-fancy knife, and then we've used our fancy knife, and now we're going to use our made-for-TV gadget here. Go ahead and stick our onion in there. Go ahead and chop that up. Now that we got our vegetables and everything chopped up, now it's time to get our 6 tablespoons of flour out there. Okay, going in 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, and 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne. All right, just mix that in. Now we're going in with our 2 pounds of cube steak here. All right, we're just going to add all of our cube steak in there, and we're going to seal it up and shake it all about. All right, guys, pro tip. Once you have all your meat in there, make sure you leave a little bit of air in this bag. That's free right there, that tip. All right, we're just going to shake it out. Shake it about, shake it out. We're going to shake it all about. We're going to put our right foot out. We're going to put our left foot out. We're going to do the hokey pokey and, what is the hokey pokey? Anyway. Is that, I don't know. If anybody knows what the hokey pokey is, let me know. All right, as you can see, it's all coated, okay? And you're going to notice that you have some leftover flour in the bottom of this bag, okay? Save that flour. Don't throw it out because we're going to be adding that later. All right, so let's go ahead and brown this meat up. All right, we're about ready to get this party started, guys. And what I want to tell you is here's another pro tip, okay? If you're using the Instant pot just like I am, you'll notice that this is a stainless steel pot, okay? Anytime you're cooking with a stainless steel, you want to make sure that you bring your pot up to heat first and then add your oil, not put oil in here and then heat your pot, okay? It'll help with non-stickage. So we're going to go ahead and add us in about a tablespoon or so of oil. Just using grapeseed oil is what I'm using. Actually, I'm going to go ahead. I have a little bit of bacon squeezins left over from this morning's bacon, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that in there as well. All right, let's go ahead and start browning up our cube steak here. Now, another pro tip here is to not overcrowd your meat. So you're gonna brown this up in batches, you know? Probably do 4 or 5 at a time. You can actually brown this up on your stove if you want, or do them both at the same time. So we're just gonna brown these up until they get nice and golden brown on each side. All right, guys, let's go ahead. That's one side, that looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and flip all these over. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a nice crust on there. So our meat's nice and browned up, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more oil in there. Throw in our onions and our mushrooms. Get in there, you little badger. Go ahead and give that a stir around. We don't have to worry about deglazing yet because these onions and mushrooms are going to release a little bit of liquid, so we'll see how much deglazing goes on now. Okay, guys, you can see we got a few little straggling black bits, just a little bit in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a splash, just a smidgen of our little beef broth there. Now I will say it's very important that you get those bits off of the bottom of this pot. Pro tip, if you don't, you will get a burn notice. Alright, I think it's about time that we add our garlic. 2 cloves of minced garlic going in. Okay, as you can see, this garlic's in a big wad. That's because it's frozen. What I do is I chop my garlic in bulk and just freeze it in a Ziploc bag. So, okay guys, next up we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add in that brown meat in here. All of that juice and everything. I don't know, juice just sounds weird, but the liquid from the meat. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and add in 2 1/4 cups of beef broth. And I just want to let y'all know I use this stuff right here. This is better than bouillon. This stuff is great. All right, guys, now that we have our meat in there, remember that leftover flour that we had? We're just gonna go ahead and scatter that over the top. All right, we'll just kind of push it down in there. Now we're gonna put our lid on it, and we're going to pressure this on high for 20 minutes. Remember, pressure for 20 minutes on high. After that, we are going to quick release it. Yes, folks, you heard right. I said we're going to quick release. We are going to quick release meat. If you don't quick release your meat, how are you going to have any pudding? No, I'm just kidding. It's okay to quick release this meat, guys. It's not going to make our meat tough or anything like that. I don't care what anybody tells you. That is a myth. All right, guys, I just quick released, so now it's a decision time. You could, I don't know, it depends on if you like the consistency of this. You could just put it back on the saute setting and cook it down a little bit more just to thicken that gravy. It just depends. Sometimes I have to thicken it, sometimes I don't. I mean, I use the same recipe every time. It just depends on, I guess, how much liquid the vegetables and meat and everything release while it's cooking. But I think I'm gonna put this on saute for about 5 minutes just to thicken it just slightly. So we sauteed that just for about 5 minutes and thickened it just slightly. Got me some rice here. I'm just gonna go ahead right out of the pot. And I'm not trying to make this look pretty or anything like that. Let's get some of that. Whoops. All right. All right, get in close because I haven't tried this yet, but I'm just going to show you. We quick release, remember guys. Look at that. Perfectly tender. Well, this is a spoon. You see I'm smashing it with my spoon. All right, I know that was pretty gross, but I just wanted to show people that you can quick release. Now, I do want to, before I try this, I do want to say this. I did, when I mentioned earlier that it was a myth to quick release. Okay, obviously, guys, if you were to cook this for 10 minutes and quick release, yeah, it's probably going to be tough. But it's not about what people say. You know, they quick release and it toughens your meat because it pulls the moisture out of the meat and, I mean, all kind of craziness that people say. And if you ever quick release and have a tough piece of meat, all that means is you didn't cook it long enough. Remember, when you slow or release naturally, it's still cooking as it, as the pressure falls. So anyway, enough with that. Let's give this a taste. Right, hang on. All right, guys, this is so delicious. I can almost guarantee you it's going to be your family's new favorite dish. Just like it's been our favorite dish for probably, 10 years now? Except for the beef tips. That's a pretty good recipe, too, and I'll be redoing that video soon. I'll leave a link up there for that video as well. I hope you guys give this a try. Remember, you can go and get a printable version of this recipe at thebeardedhiker.com. And hey, remember, subscribe and smash that like button and share this video with your friends and on social media and anybody else you want to share it with. All right, guys, pressure cooker, cube steak in the Instant Pot. Do it.